Sorry, I'm a bit flustered. I got the Zoom link for this churchy thing, the Bible study tonight. Problem is, it then asks you to test the audio, so I tried to test the video as well, and it just froze my whole system. Ugh. That's why I hate using this sort of software. It just froze everything. I couldn't move anything. The mouse wouldn't work. Because the mouse wouldn't work, I couldn't do anything at all. It just froze me out. Right, okay, really useful. I had all these pages opened up, including the Zoom link to go into this meeting tonight. Lost it all. I had to restart the whole system to try and get the mouse back working. Really annoying. Anyway, okay. Earlier on, I did a video in the car. That video had a lot of ranting in it, a lot of righteous anger, a lot of frustration. I'm not putting that one online. No. Reason is, I think to a certain degree, it was, if it was God, then it was God trying to remind me of what He's put onto my heart about the church. But it's possible it was just me and just my frustration, in which case, can't go on. But at the start of the video, I said a few things that made sense, so I'm going to do those here. I've spoken a lot about the vehicle. I've spoken a lot, certainly the last 3 days, about me being worried about her. And I would drop things if she needed me, etc., etc. But I'm going to say something now. This is to every husband, every wife. Certainly every husband, every Christian husband, every Christian wife. You're going to take notice of this. This is very important. Is it my job to sort her out? If she needs sorting out, if she's got issues that still need to be sorted, is it my job as a more mature Christian, as a more knowledgeable Christian, to sort her out? No. Not in any way, shape or form. It's my job simply to hold her hand. Point her to God, hold her hand. Give her a shoulder to lean on. Give her arms to hold her, to hug her, to hold her tight while she's going through it. Yeah, it's just like a surgeon. A surgeon is not allowed to operate on their family because they will not be able to do the job necessarily. There are things that could easily go wrong, and because of their own emotions, they're not coming to it from a calm and connected point of view. And if I try and help her out, if I try and be the one to sort her out, I'm going to ignore a lot of things that she needs to take notice of. Because I want to see her in the best way possible. So I'm going to ignore things about her that need to be dealt with. That's why, not my job. Can't do it. Anyone else, I can do that. Anyone else, if you need help, if you need to be set free from stuff, God can lead me to do that. I've got experience in that. I can help you. Helping her? No. Can't do it. Just can't do it. And it's very important that I understand that. It's very important that I never try to do that. I have a position. If I'm married to her, I have a position of what should be expected of me. And sorting her out isn't one of those things. It's not my job. My job is to love her, to be there for her, to help her through whatever she has to go through. That's it. The other stuff, no. Not my job. Same as, if I'm in a church, is it my job to sort out that church? No. Even more so no than any other church. Any other church, I can go and visit a church, and if God wants me to have a ministry where I go around churches and sort them out, I could do that. I could get quite heavy-handed with that church. Couldn't do it with the one I'm in. Couldn't do that at all. Not in the same way. It would have to be exactly led by God for what, well, as I said before, for what this church particularly needs. But also, I would have to be a damn sight more loving, a damn sight more compassionate, because these are my fellow church members. Now, that's the case with every church, yes. But what I'm saying is, I'm in personal fellowship with these people. Because I'm in personal fellowship with these people, again, too close. If I'm in personal fellowship with someone, and we have a good fellowship, we have a good relationship that's very strong, very deep, am I going to want to face up to realities about that person, help that person to face up to realities about themselves, about where they're failing, how they're failing God? No. No. So, yeah. That's where it makes it a bit tricky. You have an understanding. Yes. You have a calling. Yes. Does that mean you're called to practice these things in the church that you belong to and in the marriage that you're in? No. No, they're unwise moves. Can't do it. You can't do it. Certainly, if you are not the one in charge of the church, you can't try. You just can't do that. You just can't even try, because it's not your church, because then you're trying to, is the word usurp the leader? You're going above them, trying to do things above them without their permission necessarily to do so. Can't do it. You just can't do that. Because then you have a sort of battle going on as to who's going to run the church, you or that person. If you're pointing out failings in the church, you're pointing out failings in that minister, in that leader. So automatically, battle is there. The battlegrounds are bare. Yeah. Not a good idea. That's the point. To a certain degree, it's more likely. It's more likely if I have ministry, it won't be in the church I'm in. Would I be occasionally, invited to speak at the church I'm in? Yeah. But predominantly, my speaking will be elsewhere. My job with regards to the church, if I'm going to have an influence on the church, a big influence, my job would be to build up the leader. My job would be to help that person to understand who they are in God, etc., etc., etc. That's the reality. That would be my job. That's my job to do. My job is not to try and be the hero of that church, of the church I'm in. Try and show the people of my church just how good I am, just how knowledgeable I am, just how wise I am. God, no. They're only going to see just how far I can fall. That's all they're going to see. Yeah. So, yeah. The problem is, if you're a leader of a church, then you've got to do that with your church. But then where do you get your fellowship? You've got to get your fellowship from somewhere, haven't you? Yeah. Tricky situation, isn't it, really? It's for those people in charge. But as I say in this one, put it this way, we are not in any way, shape or form responsible for building up. Well, building up, yes, but not sorting out. No. Sorry, my mind was on a few things at the same time there. Sorry about that. Bit of an upset on that one. We are responsible for building up, but we're not responsible for sorting out. Yeah. Our loved ones. But the reason why our loved ones will do the job is because if you are in fellowship with people in your church, they are your family. They are, therefore, your loved ones. Aren't they? Really? Yeah. That's an interesting point. That's just crossed my mind, but it's very, very true. They are. And that's why, as I say, with a surgeon would not be permitted to even operate on a church member. Shouldn't be. Because again, they're too close. Too close. They should be too close, shouldn't they? If that church is working as one, then that surgeon should be too close to another church member because their fellowship, their relationship should be deep, very deep. So there you go. That'll do you. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.